And here's why. I think people don't realize the value in this because they're like, oh, well, I know a lawyer who told me that he just figured out what kind of law he wanted to practice when he was in law school. He came out just fine. Yes, sure, there are those cases, but what you really don't want is to be really interested in a certain practice area and you like find that out in law school, and then you find out that your law school doesn't have any programs in that area. So for example, I have a mentee that he went to Baylor Law School, and Baylor here in Texas is known as a litigation-focused school. It's really focused on, anything court-related. It does not focus a lot on transactional practice. And if you don't know the difference between litigation and transactional, that's totally fine. I can explain that too, but in a second. So he wanted to practice trademark and copyright law, which is what I practiced. And he reached out to me because he said it's really hard for him to connect with attorneys through Baylor's network because most of them are litigators. And so, I helped him network with other people around Dallas and eventually get his job, his summer associateship job, and now his first year associate position. So I think it's really important to realize, like, if you're at a school and they don't have any programs in the practice area you want to be in, it's going to be really hard to market yourself as the student that knows everything about that practice area. I knew I wanted to do trademark law before I went to law school. So I only applied to law schools that had a trademark focus or a copyright focus. And I'll tell you, my law school had 11 different classes in trademark and copyright, where most law schools have like 2. So, we also had clinics and all these, opportunities to get a lot of real practice experience. And we had these externships with a lot of our alums, at really coveted places like Coach and Under Armour and General Electric and all these companies that, lots of people would die to get jobs in. And so I think it's really important to realize that the whole purpose of networking with attorneys is to learn more about their particular practice area. And if it's a really niche practice area that you become interested in, you need to realize that not every law school is going to offer those programs. And so you should be more targeted about which law schools you're applying to in order to make sure you can get the right experience.
Thanks for tuning into the show. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already to be notified of new episodes as I release them. And feel free to reach out if you need anything at all as you move forward with your prep. I'm happy to help however I can. In the meantime, I wish you all the best and take care.